Alright, I have way too many pets. Also, I didn't show this before being painted, so here's the video that BB Blue sent me. As always, this model was printed by BB Blue, and they actually are on Mercari, of course, but now they have an Instagram as well that you can follow, and they're doing nice little giveaways over there. Excuse the setup. I know it's not very good, not that any of the other ones have been, but I'm organizing my shelves, so I got rid of my old desk that I used to record on. We're gonna have to do something about that. But anyways, for now, all my videos are being recorded on the floor, so anyways, here I'm painting my other Chihuahua. This one's name is Trish. She is around 7 years old right now. She is a brindle Chihuahua, which is essentially the same thing as a calico cat, but for a dog. Just like a calico cat, she has like a ton of colors on her, so it's a little bit difficult to make her look as accurate to the real life version as possible, but I did my best and I'm pretty proud of how it turned out. To start off, I just painted the entire model brown, and then I very professionally recorded me painting on some details. Can't you see how professional this is? 2 paintbrushes. It's that serious, you know? Anyways, pretty much you can't actually see anything here because again, the setup's not that great. However, if you were a fan of Smosh back in the day, you might remember Bose. Up there in that little corner is Bose. That's her. She now makes very interesting true crime content, so you should go search for that if you want. I don't know. Here you can actually see me painting a little bit, but this is what I did in the last clip. I added the brown spots onto her. They're a little bit too bright at the moment, but later on I go through and make everything blend together a little bit more. I'm also adding these white spots, which again, very bright, but they are going to be toned down later on. I usually like to include a clip of me putting in the eyes, or like painting the eyes. But again, terrible angle. I know, I'm sorry. I need to make a new setup, but for right now, this is what we got. And there you go. Beautiful. Look at those eyes. Another thing is that I had to do tons of layers over and over again, so I don't include those, and there's going to be a lot of skips. That's what I do with all my videos, where I'm painting things. But yeah, I just think that is boring, so I don't include that. And here, I know it kind of looks like I'm doing layers, but what I'm actually doing is just painting a different color brown on top of the existing brown to just add more color to it, because she has lots of overlapping in varying colors all over her in the same spots. Here's a little side-by-side comparison of the concept versus how it was actually going. Not too bad so far. The next step was to add on some coloring for the ears. At this point, she was really looking like an African wild dog, or also known as a painted dog, with all of these really bright markings on her, which I don't hate that, actually. She looks really cute. Here you can see at the back of the head has a much more realistic brindle looking effect, which I really liked that, and I wanted to do that to the rest of the body. In order to try doing that, I just made the paintbrush wet, and I tried to use it to smudge the paint that was still there. It worked in some spots a little bit more than others. I eventually added more painted kind of water with paint in it, and used that in order to try and make it more gray and muddied, which is how you get the kind of mixed effect, since that's the lower color, or at least that was the idea. So I didn't have very much video of actually making it this muted color, but as you can see, she is less bright now. I fixed that issue, and I didn't record enough, I guess, or I forgot to hit record, I don't know. But I was painting her ears here, so you can see both the ears and the fur changed. Here's also this very professional transition. Wow. She has white on her back paws, so I just added that on. Now finally, onto the last part. So I wanted to paint her eyes like the original concept, which is a lot lighter than her natural eyes, so I went with a more orangey brown to start. I wanted the eyes to be more like the concept instead of real life, just to have a little bit more character. So I started with that light color, and then I tried to make them look a little foggy like they are in the concept, which I don't know how to do, honestly. I just put on some very watered down paint and then I was tapping it. I also did this with like greenish color. After that, I added in the pupil. It actually ended up being a little bit red, which was nice because sometimes when the light hits her eyes, they do have a little red tint in them. So I thought that was pretty neat that that was incorporated into this. For some final details, I painted on her little black nose, and then I also added in some shines into her eyes. After sealing all the paint, this is the final product. I think she turned out really good. I know I'm not a professional when it comes to making customs, but at least she likes it. Or seems to like it.